In the shadows of Wall Street, a quiet storm is forming, and its name is XRP. For months, Ripple's native digital asset has sat on the edge of a breakout, moving silently while Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana stole the spotlight. But now the script is changing. ETFs, institutional accumulation, and a regulatory resolution are setting the stage for what could be XRP's biggest chapter yet, the chapter that rewrites global finance. The first signal came in whispers. Spot XRP ETFs are being approved. Bitwise 21 shares and even Grayscale lined up filings targeting mid-November, a date many analysts are calling the gateway to legitimacy. When the SEC dropped its long-running case against Ripple, levying only a $125 million fine, the tone shifted overnight. The lawsuit that once shackled XRP became its greatest source of credibility. The headlines were clear: the SEC had surrendered. Behind the scenes, liquidity began moving. Exchange reserves fell more than 3%, showing a wave of accumulation unlike anything seen since the early 2021 rally. Wallets holding over 10 million XRP, the whales, quietly grew in number. To the average trader, price looked flat. To the trained eye, it was a coiled spring. Meanwhile, Evernorth, a Ripple-backed treasury fund, announced plans to raise over $1 billion USD, not in cash, but to hoard XRP directly. Their strategy mirrors early Bitcoin treasuries, but with one difference. XRP is designed for movement. Liquidity settlement, global value transfer. Every token Evernorth buys removes friction from the system and removes supply from circulation. The result? The setup for a potential supply shock. Technically, XRP has danced around a critical resistance near 267. Each time it tapped the line, sellers rushed in, but each dip was shallower than the last. Analysts mark this as the battle zone. Above 2x70 lies clear air. Below 2x50, danger. Yet XRP's fundamentals no longer depend solely on speculative sentiment. The bridge asset narrative is turning into reality. Rate cuts by the Federal Reserve have changed the macro picture. Cheaper money, easier credit, and institutional ETFs open the floodgates for new capital flows into assets with utility, not just hype. XRP's unique role in ISO 2022 cross-border payments gives it a narrative edge. This isn't a meme coin chasing headlines. This is infrastructure, the rails of the new economy. And while traders argue about charts, the system is quietly rewiring the world. Governments are piloting CBDCs. Banks are tokenizing real-world assets. RippleNet corridors are expanding through Latin America, Asia, and the Middle East, regions hungry for frictionless value movement. XRP sits at the center, the neutral bridge in a world of fragmented ledgers. When liquidity meets necessity, price is forced to evolve. That's why some analysts see the 5.0's or target as not speculation, but progression. It's where infrastructure meets demand, where function forces value. But XRP's story isn't about price alone. It's about what that price represents, the monetization of movement itself. From July's futures ETF to October's spot filings, to Evernorth's billion-dollar treasury, and the SEC's surrender, the timeline is converging. Each event is a brick in the foundation of the Internet of Value. Every holder, whether retail or institutional, becomes part of that story. The accumulation phase isn't just happening on charts. It's happening in history. So as XRP consolidates near 252.70, the question isn't when moon anymore. The question is, what happens when the world finally needs what XRP was built to do? Because when the switch flips and the rails go live, the movement won't to be just financial. It'll be structural. This is the XRP Shockwave, the calm before the institutional storm. And when it hits, the Internet of Value begins. The rails are being built, the liquidity is loading, and XRP is about to prove why it was chosen. Subscribe to LTL Productions, where we connect every dot they don't want you to see.